Alright, welcome back to another video. I'm just gonna sketch again. Same day, different video. Same day, different video. So, welcome back to another video. Oh my gosh. You guys are stressing me out. Alright, this one I made 7/20/2022. I named it Moonstalker. But I've already like kind of like I've sketched it like 4 years ago. I'm just gonna define it now, maybe add some color to it, because I think adding color to it makes it like more beautiful. But I like sketching more too. I also like the sketch look, but I think this will look pretty good with some color. But I'm just gonna define it right now. People ask me, why am I doing this? What are you doing in life? You're not here to satisfy you, I know that. I'm here just doing me. Just minding my own business. Me. I'm focusing in my lane. I don't have a blinker on. I'm just going straight. A lot of people have blinkers on. I'm like, okay, stay in your path. Never mind. I just don't have any blinkers on. That's exactly what, like, when people say, what am I doing in life? I don't have any blinkers on. I'm not going in anyone's lane. I'm staying in my own lane. That's what I mean with it. No, but I don't know. I don't feel the need to go to college. I would like to go to college, but only for like sketching, not for like anything else. I didn't really like. I don't think there's any use of anything, unless you really want to pursue that. But I think students would just become teachers. I don't think that's exciting. I mean, you go to college as a student, from a student, to learn about a certain subject to be a teacher. I don't think that's fun. This is how it looked like. I wonder if my ancestors like were like doing like it like I know they're doing like a lot of like bonfire like gatherings. Like my ancestors, I wonder if they're doing like bonfire gatherings. Definitely would still like to do that nowadays. Oh wait, hold on, let me I was supposed to record it this way. My bad. When people always say like, what are you doing in life? I'm not looking right and left. I don't pay no mind to anyone. I stay in my own lane, and I don't have any blinkers on. I don't mind anyone's business but mine. I support people. I support people's pathway, but I'm in my pathway. I'm not concerned about anyone else's pathway but mine. Does that make sense? I really hope it does. Look. I really like art though. I'm just here to define it. I think this is like a night kind of it's like a treehouse. It's a treehouse. It's supposed to be a treehouse at night, and we're just stalking the moon. That's actually what I still want to do. I want to stalk the moon all night. I just want to look at the moon and stars. I like to do things that like people look at as cringy. I'm like, oh, you look at that as cringy? I don't. Oh, you look at that as cringy? Oh, I don't. I like to go the opposite way, but if people look at it as like that's normal, or like that's normal, I'm like, oh nah, where's the cringy side? How do I make this cringy, but then I can make cringe more defined and not really cringy. That's what art is. Because other than that, I would just be a person who's just following trends. I wouldn't be anyone that's like really original. I'm just following. And I feel like to take a someone's so-called cringy pathway, I think that's what brings more originality to someone's art and self. I mean, I don't like if we all go one way, following other people, I think that's just following trends. It's just following trends. I don't really see it as like anything exciting, but if it's like something that's like so-and-so called cringy, I'd rather take that path than a lot of people are taking. It's going a pathway that people look at as like, I don't mind the people who follow, but I think originality really comes with like taking a pathway that people look at as like different or cringy or misfitable. I don't remember what I was drawing. Like I remember I outlined these fences with something, but I think it was like a paper. I cut a paper and I like shaped it like the fence, like this shape right here, and I just like started outlining it and I just threw it away. But yeah, I think my older sketches back in the day were like way, or my older sketches like 4 years ago was way better than I did now, just because I feel like I took the time on it and I wasn't doing it for some sort of like to build like a self image or some validation. I was just doing it like living in the moment, and I think that's the way that I aims to keep my like just self, my own self image is like doing things in the moment. But maybe if I was doing things in the moment while recording, it's a whole different story. It just feels different. I just feel like me personally, I just feel like if I'm like recording, I just feel more rushed. I feel more rushed to get it done just because I'm scared to run out of storage. Like my other sketches when I did like in the past, I was actually taking the time because I wasn't recording myself, so I feel like they look more defined now, or like in the past whenever I like was like actually sketching, because I wasn't recording myself. I wasn't really doing it to like to build any image on social media. Mind you, I've always been like so private on social media. I haven't really been like, I don't mind it either. It's like, I don't know, like am I supposed to be famous? Sometimes, but I don't know. Sometimes I actually really like to live in the like moment, and I don't mind people who don't live in the moment. I mean that's their choice, but my I just simply find some peace when it comes to living in the moment. Like growing up, I was always so private on like social media. I don't know what it was. It was possibly from trauma, but I don't know, or maybe I just didn't have like a way of like I just didn't know how to express myself back when I was like an adolescent. Like I didn't know how to like express like my image. Like everyone already had like, well, I wouldn't call it like their actual image, but people already had like a image portrayed on social media, and I was like, dang, why don't I have an image? Like why am I the one that's so like, why am I the one that's like outcast? Like why am I the one that's like doesn't have an image and everyone else does? How does everyone have like all these followers and stuff? But I guess I was just going with time. You know, I guess time, like now, me right now, like I actually know my self image on social media. And it sure as hell is not for some validation. I know that for sure, but I mean, unless I want it to be. But I mean, I know my self image like on social media. I'm not here like trying to be something I'm not, or maybe I'm just, I don't know. I just been so in my head when I was like in adolescent, and I know it was rooted from trauma. It had to be rooted from trauma because everyone like, well, I'm not saying if you didn't have trauma that means that you weren't posting, but it's like the way that I know that I did have trauma was that I was so private. I was like a turtle. I was always in my shell, but that wasn't a bad thing as people perceived it as. I feel like it's more so like a high school thing. I feel like judgment really comes when it comes to high school. Not that I didn't really care. It was just like I just didn't really have an image, and I like questioned. I was like, damn, why don't I have an image? And a lot of people, these people do. I know why I was private most of my time is because I had a lot of trauma.